Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of Double Dose of Khadijah. Today is a special one because we have our very first guest on the show. Please help me welcome Ahmed Bello. We are excited to have you here, yeah?
Thank you very much.
My followers and myself, we are excited to have you here.
I'm also excited to be here.
Yeah. Thanks for honoring my invitation. I'm humble.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we jump into our chat for today, Ahmed, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Sunana Ahmed Bello Ali Ibrahim.
And also what you do.
Yeah, but I'm Sunana, but I'm actually a respiratory therapist at the.
Back like a Sunana.
Oh, not for the Sunana. Age now. Yeah, when you're age now, you can take 21 in case.
No problem.
Okay, I work at the pediatric intensive care unit of the Kolibu Teaching Hospital. Yankee Toto Akana.
Relax.
Yeah.
It's on cartoon.
Yeah.
Don't bang. If not, your families will be watching. Okay, so that was just by yourself.
Yeah.
So that's it, yeah? Okay. So, Bello, what inspired you to pursue your career?
Okay. Need a respiratory therapist. Actually, respiratory therapy, like using drugs to find long-lasting solutions to cardiopulmonary disorders. What's on? Loading dead and going to reach yada. What in the muki in the lungs? Yeah. So inspiration it came from when we're young. Usually after my friends, we go to one of our aunties or grandmothers to actually watch this kind of Indian movies. So I had a cousin who was asthmatic, but after then I had little or no knowledge of what it actually meant until he had an attack and he had to be hospitalized. So we were all scared. We went to school just before a teacher actually basically educated us about what it was. So it was then that I grew the passion and said, from today, I need to be in the health sector so that in case such occurrences happen, I'll be able to do something about it. I think, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
But he's alive now. He's not dead.
Okay.
Yeah, he survived, yeah.
And is he married?
Yes.
With a child. He, right?
He's a he, yeah.
Mashallah. Yeah. Okay. So, what are the challenges? What challenges have you faced along the way? Like, how did you overcome it? When the challenges can face, you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to chip in the house about because I'm not that fluent. So, what are the challenges you face growing up, or when you grew up? Yeah, challenges are we face and that's it.
All those things.
And how you were able to overcome them?
I think the first and foremost of them will be balancing secular education and the Islamic one.
Okay.
Because I was from a home that Islamic education is prioritized. And it's prioritized, even though there are people with degrees and other stuff, but Islamic education is something that is compulsory upon you. So, and since it's prioritized, you need to put in work, the same amount of work to be able to achieve both. So it was a challenge. You are a Muslim and you know how challenging it is because we even learn it in a language that is not ours. You understand? We learn it in Arabic language. And secondly, I think discipline. Growing up in a Zongo setting, you understand? Making time to go and study is a challenge. Because it's not something that somehow motivates you or you see people, even though now the narration has changed, but as at then, it was a challenge. Yeah. And
so, what's one lesson have you learned? Like you learned and it shaped you. I want to speak the Hausa, but the Hausa is not speaking me.
So
some of the lessons you've learned and how it shaped you to who you are today.
Be discreet and mind your business.
That's a lesson.
Like the AKA, some I've been there come out to Muta to send the village. I've been there come out to
how has it shaped you?
It shaped me so much that I think growing up, I think a lot of people were so much invested in my life. But I think I was the one welcoming them. But now that I'm discreet and mind my own business, you don't know anything, you don't know what's going on, and you don't even know how to make it some sort of a problem for me. You understand? So it really helped me. And I think there are people who may need that. And you should know when to mind your business. Yeah, it's very important. Just be discreet and mind your business.
Okay. That's nice. Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into achievements and future goals. Okay, so what's that one thing you are proud of? We are proud to achieve so far.
I think the proudest would be the day we were sworn in at the
You were
sworn in as respiratory therapists with
that was one
with other health professionals at the international conference center, because it was a dream come true, something you've been thinking about, been struggling to achieve. So after the swearing, I felt a certain relief. So I think that's my proudest moment here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your goals for the next few years?
To make sure I'm always better than my previous self. So academically, if I have a degree, I want to have a master's, a PhD. You understand? Financially, if I'm worth 100,000, I want to be 1 million. You understand?
You see the proudest part that I asked?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say when you became a father.
Oh, I think
you should that feeling.
Yeah, that feeling. I always say, I pray that even if it's for a day, I pray that everyone gets the opportunity to become a parent, a biological parent, even if it's for a day, even if you are not going to live after that day, or the children are not going to live after that day. Because it's a different feeling. We all have nieces and nephews, we adore them because the same blood runs through us, but knowing that this is like, I can't express like how I feel, and I know every parent out there will not have the exact words to express how they felt at that moment. So it was, but the reason why I said my proudest is when we were sworn in, I knew what I went through. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't go through anything, because when you have a pregnant partner, but
I get it.
But
in every life, you have that.
But everyone has a stepping stone. So I think for me to even have the courage to get married is because I'm a respiratory therapist. Because you can't get married to someone when you don't even have anything for yourself. So you need to achieve something, because that will be the identity of your children. Who is your dad? He is this. You understand? So I think that has been my proudest moment. I've achieved a lot of things. Where I live, I built it myself. It's something I should be proud of at my age. But you see, I didn't even make mention of all those and other things I cannot actually make it a public notice. But I think the proudest remains that day. Yeah. Because I think my mother's side of the family, like my mother wasn't his own wife, so he had children before us. So I think being the eldest son from that part, to be able to do this for her, because I saw the happiness on her face, knowing that I've been able to achieve it. Okay. So from that, I think that was my pride. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, that's fun.
Mom, if you are watching us, big shout out to you.
Yeah, that's my plug.
What advice would you give to someone looking to follow a similar path, the path that you are, being a doctor,
as a respiratory study?
So what advice would you?
Okay, I think discipline. A person should be very disciplined. Discipline is very important. There is this, I think one of our lecturers, his name is Dr. Christian O. He always tells us, whatever bad attitude or character you have, you leave it outside before you come to the maybe school or hospital as a health professional.
Okay.
You are human, you are not perfect.
Yeah.
But you should leave that out. So discipline, it's key. Because without discipline, you cannot even pass your examinations or even your clinicals.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you stay motivated during tough times?
I think I go off. When I say I go off, I go away from everyone, because I want to find out what is wrong. I don't want to listen to what people say. No one knows me better than myself.
Yeah.
So I want to know, if it's wrong, what did I do to warrant this? You understand? And how do I do to correct it? That way, when I start listening to people, I know the advice is to take or not.
Okay.
So when I find myself in a mess, the first thing I do is to make sure I'm alone.
Okay.
Because I need to listen to my inner self. My conscience will not lie to me. What you did is wrong. This thing is not wrong. This is right. If you had done this, you would not have been there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's one thing you would be surprised to know about you?
One thing.
This is a fun question on my show.
Surprise.
One thing you would be what's one thing people would be surprised? Like, let me put it like, what's the one thing that people would be surprised to know about you?
I'm very forgiving. I forgive things they think I will never forgive because of I'm hash. You understand?
Yeah.
Why don't I believe you? You forgiving.
Oh,
so
okay.
people, okay, that's why I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm very forgiving.
Okay.
I'll forgive them. Maybe I'll leave you alone. I may never come close to you, but I bet you, I have totally forgiven you, and I wish you well.
So people would be surprised.
And they would be surprised to find out in the end that he has nothing against me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my last question.
Now,
if you could choose to have a dinner with anyone, dead or alive,
okay.
who would it be and why?
Why? Then my grandmother.
Okay. Why?
I wanted to see that today I'm a respiratory therapist. I just want to tell her, look at me, I'm a respiratory therapist. But she did so much. Yeah, she did so much. But she died when I entered university. The first year, so army. And that's my first wife.
Who would that be the second one that you wanted to mention?
The second one, Lionel Messi. I know you be serial fans, I know, but that's
please, I'll cut this part.
No, you're not cutting it. I just want to tell him that he shouldn't bother. He's the best athlete of all time.
The real vote is zero now, but I'm not here to even argue with this guy.
He should put his World Cup on the table.
I said I'm not here to have any football. I'm not.
No, you asked your question. I'm the one supposed to answer. Why are you arguing?
No, this part, nature. Now I will cut it off. I'm not ready for zero.
You asked the question. You asked why. You didn't even.
You even choose grandmom, so that's fair enough. You've answered my question already. Bello, thank you so much for. Thank you so much, Ahmed.
Messi fans.
Thank you. Please don't mind him. Thank you so much for being on today's show and sharing your story with us. Yeah. We really appreciate it. It's been an amazing conversation. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I hope you also enjoyed it.
Oh, I really
enjoyed this conversation. I'm sure our listeners or our followers or my family, the Double Dose of Khadijah family, also loved this episode. Today's episode of Double Dose of Khadijah. Please make sure you subscribe, share, and stay tuned.
Sorry, but I didn't mean the sorry, but she just told me, so I had to come in.
Please make sure.
Yeah, there are more slots.
Please, sorry, forgive me. Please make sure you subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more exciting guests and topics in future episode. Until next time, take care and see you all next week. Peace out and bye-bye.
Bye.